What up? Oh, I'm just kind of hanging out, waiting for Junior. Gonna be a little while. Brought a soda, some smokes, and I got his phone. So just gonna chill out, maybe strike a conversation about the concentration, preservation, inflation, and discriminating. So, what's up with them PCs? PC is comic book talk for personal collection. I need to trim my mustache. You can't even see my top lip no more. Look at that. Completely gone. So yeah, so PC is street talk for personal collection. Personal collection is a word. Well, see, some people never buy, trade. I mean, they never trade or sell. Shit, the sun is amazing. Oh, it's much better. So I could drop a link if anybody wants in the chat to hop on stream. Just let me know. Hope these people don't run into me. I'm just trying to coast these couple hours out, dude. Comic Addicts, what up? Great Legend, I see y'all. What's up, dudes? Yeah, just trying to coast these couple hours out. So, just kind of parking in a pizza delivery parking lot right next to the place. I don't think they like me hanging out in their parking lot waiting. So, yeah, buddy. Personal collection, man. I know old Great Legend's got a pretty crazy PC going. I hit 2K videos on my channel. Here, I'll show you. It's pretty crazy. I wish I just had a sub per video. That'd be nice. If I can just get one sub a video, I'd have 2,000 subs. Oh, there's no internet. Oh. Lil Shaq had his teeth cleaned, and he had 4 shots. I think one of them was a hepatitis, and then there was like a booster, and I don't know them all, but they were all like stuff he needed to do, so I couldn't really fight it. Yeah, I feel you, dude. You got to get a little shag. Yeah, I just dropped them off. I got to wait a while. I try to keep it around 3,000 books. I have too much. Have so many Shazam and Fantastic Four titles. They take up so much room. Yeah, I have a bunch of toys. The toys still take up more room than the comics, but the comics take up a lot of room too. And I got a lot of books I just keep because I bought them when I first started collecting and I thought they were cool, and I bought a bunch, and I don't even care if I got like a whole every one. I mean, I do. Like I try to get one through to the last issue of most of shit I buy, but it don't drive me crazy like if I miss a few. But so I got like weird shit. Like probably the most valuable run I own is the Donny Cates Venom. I don't know if I have a number one. I think I do, but I don't even know if I got number two now I think about it. But I do. I started at 3 and I got all of the keys for Venom. All right. So I took my daughter to the dentist yesterday to get her teeth cleaned as well. I hear that a Serious FF collection takes up a lot of room. Yeah, AR. Plus, I keep getting modern FF and Shazam because I'm addicted to them. I try to get the variants too, but damn, some are expensive. That's tough. Usually, if I get like a big enough key, I don't worry about all the smaller stuff. I'm pretty happy with just like Black Panther, right? I would love to have all the Black Panther shit. It's all pretty good shit. I've had a bunch of Black Panther stuff, and I sold it all to get my FF52 or another book, or But I kept my FF52. I kept my 54 and a couple other books. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Oh no, that's not good. Oh shit! I don't have a lighter. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I do. So that's the way I kind of, and then I sell a lot of my minor keys. Like I keep stuff that's just like my girlfriend has a bunch of Walking Dead, and I like the Walking Dead, and she's got a lot of Tank Girl and Gwenpool. We got all the Gwenpool stuff. West Coast Avengers. I got a bunch of runs, and but here recently there isn't nothing that's driving me up the walls like I want to keep getting. Like the Venom, if I stop getting them, yes, tomorrow I'd be fine. I just get it just because I do like ASM keys. Like ASM keys and Venom keys are fun. Jonah Hex is fun, yeah. Jonah Hex is cool. I almost grabbed a 20-cent Jonah Hex today, or the other day, yesterday. I feel like Joe Kubert works on Jonah Hex a little bit. I don't know that though. Um, I'm a big Kubert fan, Joe Kubert. So the other day, I was checking out some back issues, and there's if something's marked like 10 or 15 or 20 bucks, I tend to not buy it, you know, or even look into it much because it didn't even look like a fucking key. It didn't even look like it was that important. But it was like Fighting Five 123, 12-cent comic, might have been 15 cent, I can't remember. But so I look it up, and it's the first appearance of the Losers, right? And I know who the Losers are because I have a bunch of the Losers issues. Like I have the Losers comics, and it's a little series. I don't know if it started as a series or if it just Star Spangled Banner or DC or whatever the fuck it is. But so I was really pumped when I got that. Like that's the kind of shit I like. Like Tarzan, I broke down. I'm starting to buy Tarzan. At first, it was like I just wanted the enemy aces and the fucking the what is it? The Unknown Soldier shit. Joe Kubert and Unknown Soldier is phenomenal, bro. Sergeant Rock's good, but I specifically, I think, I think for my highlight of Kubert, I would think that his Unknown Soldier shit is just like the fucking premium Kubert. But that's just me, dude. Like I know he worked on Flash and he worked on Batman and Superman. Those are great, and they all look good when he does them. They all look good when he does them. But I didn't really start liking Kubert until I started noticing the Unknown Soldier shit, and I was just like, man, this fucking guy can do everything. He can do everything. Now, is he the greatest first appearance cover? Is he the go-to guy? I don't know. He's pretty good. I don't think he's top 5 or 10, but he's damn good at everything he does. Yeah, so that's probably my biggest. I started off liking Kurt Swan. I was a big Kurt Swan mark, and then of course Kirby took over, and Kirby's my favorite. But my little itch I scratch recently and for the last few years has been Kubert. Joe Kubert. So I tend to get a bunch of that. I've had a bunch of Neil Adams, and I've sold and A-okayed a bunch of them, except for my favorites. So I sent some good groups to some good friends of mine of Neil Adams, Batman, and shit like that, and some Kuberts. I send out nice little stacks of I feel like are like solid representations of them. So even though I don't got them, at least I know my buddies do. So Al Milgrom, if you squint hard enough, you swear it's Kirby sometimes. So I like Al Milgrom. John Romita is cleaner than Kirby. Kirby is a little more blocky and more fucking dynamic, but Romita is probably the cleanest I've seen for a comic book style, comic book character. Him and Neil Adams and Gil Kane and fucking Murphy Anderson is great. Murphy Anderson and Gene Colan did a really good Adam Hawkman cover. I like the Cosmic Camera. I need to get more Murphy Anderson. He's a fucking G. I don't have enough LB Cole. Them old guys are fucking great. Like my Al Iverson fucking Cap dude. I'd love to have more of that. What's his name? Manley, Joe Manley, or where the fuck he did my Superman. Mortimer. I love all that shit. Dick Sprang, fucking Russ Heath is fun. But yeah, for a cheapo thrill, just get you some Kubert. Kubert hits about everything. Joe Kubert, I got lots of him around. Kubert was so well rounded, and he worked off everything it seems. Marvel, DC, publishing tons of other golden age. Yeah, he's starting in a golden age. That's what people don't know about Kubert. Kubert's been I don't know of any of his golden age stuff, but I do know he started in the golden age. So I don't know exactly what he was doing, but so did John Buscema. I'm pretty sure John Buscema has some. He has this really good. It might be my favorite Buscema cover he did. It was like a horror pre-code, and it was all pink. I think it's just this lady screaming and shit, maybe, but I'd have to look it up. But I know what I'm talking about. Like he has a pre-code horror, John Buscema. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I think the reason I started this video and wanted to talk about PCs, okay. So my PC, the only way I would crack and sell my PC is it's my oh shit plan. Okay. So my PC is if something very horrible financially or it's basically my retirement. It's the only thing I have of value besides my car and my home. It's my PC, and I don't have much. I don't have fucking. I mean, I probably got life insurance and all that shit or whatever, but I don't have much. That's all I got is my fucking PC and my fucking toys. And I feel like it ain't going to save my life. It wouldn't like I couldn't live till the end of time on it. I might get a good 6 months off my PC because shit is expensive. I don't know if y'all noticed lately, bro, but everything costs so much money. So I feel like my PC would be able to take care of me and my family for. I mean, 6 years if I splurge, or 6 months if I splurge, maybe a year if I'm lucky, if I stretch it real hard. But I hope that nothing like that would ever happen, and I could pass it on to my kid when I get older. Uh, I would, let him have it once I pass. But that's my oh shit fucking collection basically. So I've saved up and put monies into some books and that book and that book. And fortunately, I haven't sold any of my PC, and I don't plan on fucking doing that. For a long ass time. I'm hoping by the time I get older, I could probably get like a Hulk One and a couple other books, and like right now, I'm pretty happy with where my shit's at. It's nice to have, dude. Like I tell you, it's a lot better not having anything. A lot better not having nothing, dude. So I can't be making dumbass. I should probably liquidate more and get more shit I can make liquid and shit. Oh yeah, you dropping all the knowledge. Holy crap! You saying names I had in years. Yeah, dude. Back to PCs. Jesus saves Biggie if you need him. He's free too. Yeah, Jesus is cool, dude. I believe in God. So I hear when people say they don't collect for money. I mean, neither do I, dude. I don't collect because I gotta get money, money, money. I fucking buy these books that are big because it's a little bit of a cushion for me later if I need them. And I turned a bunch of minor key shit that I don't need or care for, like the first Sam Alexander Nova, dude, Marvel Point One. Did I need to buy 15 of those and keep them all? No. I got 15 of them and sold them all to get a rad one book. And that's the cool thing about comics, man, is they're that thick. They're a little thick like a book, but they're only so thin, and you can boop, stack one, stack two, stack three. It's even thinner than a pack of money. It can be. That's what I dig about comics, man. They're thin, they're tiny, and they're easy. Like I had a car. I had a '70 Olds Cutlass 4 door. Pimp, pimp, dude. Most pimp car you can imagine. And I think we bought it for 2 grand when I was a kid. It was like a favor to the family, and I got it running 3 or 4 fucking times. I rebuilt the engine, put new every fucking thing on it, even put a new bumper on it, and I was going to get it painted. And it just kept fucking up. It just kept fucking up. And I ended up I had a flat tire and I didn't have a ton of money. And I even got it to the point where I had collector's tags on this thing, right? Antique tags and shit. I didn't even have to pay fucking car insurance. That's how long I had this car. So I had this car for like 20 years. And it's the '70s, so it's old enough to be an antique show. And I never drove it that much. I just wanted to keep it. So I ended up selling it. I was going to sell it for $600 and just get a book because I never had books like that. I just wanted like a $700 book just to own and keep, and I had to make a good decision on the book I picked because I could have spent $900 on a 9.8 fucking first Gambit or something stupid. I mean, that ain't stupid, but where would I be now? So my mom thankfully said, no, you're going to charge 900 because this is like 2019 or 2018 or something, right? She was like, you're going to charge 900, and I was like, all right, bet. And I sold about $700 or $600 worth of books. I took that 900 and I spent 1,500, and I got an Avengers one. It's a raw. It's complete. It's attached. The whole cover's there. Beautiful low grade copy. I would guess it's a 2.5 or a 3 if it got slabbed. Okay, I don't even think there's a rip on it. There's like thick ticks and all that shit, but it's not that fucked up. So I feel like I made a good decision there. I'm not gonna get slabbed. I'm never. slabbed anything. If I would slab anything, probably be that book or my GSX or, maybe my Goblin. But so I did that a bunch of times. I don't want to give away all my numbers, but I got the Swamp Thing. I got the first Swamp Thing. I got the first Goblin. I got what else? Oh, the GSX, first Brainiac, and you start thinking about it. I might have a couple ducats, couple dollars put into this collection. So um, that's not to mention, I finished my Black Suit run. I got all my ASM. I got some cool Hulk books. I got the biggest book in my collection was A-OK to me, and at the time it only cost like $800, right? When they did it. Now, even when by the time it got to me, it was already like a $1,200-$1,300 book. Okay, and since it graded so high, it had holes in it. It had like puncher holes, like you put in a Trapper Keeper. Um, it graded a 3.0. I don't even know how much a Hulk 2 goes for in that grade. I'm thinking 2K. Like it's probably 2K or something like that for a Hulk 2. So that was just grace of God luck that happened. That's probably the most underappreciated book I've got in my PC that's ballooned up since. Now I got a timely for 300. That's probably worth 1,200 or so, you know. So I get all these books, but I'm not spending a ton of money on anything. Like, and all the money I'm making ain't even like real money because it's money from books that I spent like fucking a couple dollars on, you know. So luckily, I did all this shit a couple years ago. I did it last year, the year before. This whole year, I haven't done shit. I haven't. I got a FF48 in February. That was a bit of a bitch, but besides that, I've just been chilling, man. Who dat is a very smart collector. He's one of the smartest in the game. Yes. Trade up secrets. I feel you. Sell stuff and make money. New stuff. It's the way Who dat taught me to do it. Waiting for. Oh, that's my other screen. My fault. Then I used that money to get some big slabs of my favorite characters, and sure enough, they all went up in profit. I used to liquidate a bunch of modern stuff in collections. Yeah. Um, Who dat would say that too? He'd say, I forget what he told me. I can't say who dat taught me everything because Discovery talked me into getting a PayPal, and 84 was the first auction I went to. But I do know who dat would say. What did he used to say? He'd say, I said sell all the big ones and sell all the little ones and get a big one. Um, oh, I know what who dat said. I know what who dat told me. He said, if you're selling out of your PC, then you shouldn't feel guilty about it. If it's coming out of your books, because I had a really bad thing about guilt, like getting money, and because when I first started selling shit, I would split everything I made. I'd give half of it to Melody or whatever I could do, buy my kids some stuff, help my mom out, and then I'd feel real guilty. I'd be like, if I buy a $350 book, then I probably sold $700 worth of shit. I had to cut that out because I'm not buying this shit for me to enjoy it. I'm buying this shit so I can have it for the future. You know, it's not like I'm even really getting anything out of it. I'm not buying dinner for 20. I'm not buying shoes and clothes and shit. I mean, I've done that. I bought my kid a trampoline. I bought him a swing set. I bought him clothes, diapers, everything with comic book money. And I haven't done much of it this year because I just haven't been buying or selling. But who that did say, like, if it's coming out of your PC, then there's nothing to feel bad about. There's no guilt because you're just taking all them books and turning it into another book. So that helped me a lot. So it's just a blessing. If I would have never got on YouTube, I would have never been able to jump on a stream, sell some books. I would never thought about opening a PayPal. I never thought about getting this book and that book. And then you gotta be lucky enough to have the resources around you. So it's all a collaboration. Like, um, I don't have those resources besides my PC. I would have to kill my PC. I used to be able to go to a couple shops, spend $200 and make, I don't know, 6 or 7. You know, so that's kind of went out the window. You know, um, I could take some of those investments I've made before and flip them. I could get a Hulk one pretty fucking easy. I can get a Hulk one. I can get an AF-15. I could do a lot of shit with my PC. I really could. I seen my boy Doc take most of the major Silver Age keys and get a Marvel one. And at the time, it was like, oh man, that's sad. You had to get rid of your first Hulk, your first X-Men. That's sad, you know, whatever. Because really, those are my favorite books out of all of them. This fucking fly is annoying the shit out of me. Get out, out, out. And but looking back on it, dude, all of those books went down in value, and the Marvel Comics one went up. And he made the right decision at the right time. And I don't give it. I don't know if any people even think about that much. They just probably think, oh, you don't have that book or that book. No, he got the best book he could. Now, if he wanted to, he could sell the book he has and get those books probably better grades. So, am I fucking up and missing out on it? Like, could I sell all my books and get a Batman one? I possibly could. You know, maybe, probably not, because that Batman one's going to just start. It's going. They're going to keep going up, bro. They're going to keep going up. That's where the money is because these bigger books are finally coming down enough to where people can buy them, and they're not buying Iron Man ones. They're buying Tell 39. You know, like that's what's going on. There's still a big industry for new books. People have got away from getting major keys and just going after these 1 in 25s, these 1 in 100s, and that's very common now. It's very common. I can't get into that because my shop don't get enough comics to do that. They might get a thank you issue every now and then, but that's it. Like right now, I'm pretty tapped out till Friday. Usually I get my new comic book day books a couple days before Friday, like maybe a Wednesday I'll get a book and the next day I get a couple. Like until Friday I'm pretty tight. So I must have 10 years ago stuff was way cheaper. That's lucky, man. You did finish up at a great time, bro. You finished up at a great time to finish. I didn't get to finish. I don't think I might have finished up last year. I mean, I could make a few. I got some shit in the Bell gas tank where I could probably get my Hawk 181 8 months ago. I probably could have got it, and it probably wouldn't have hurt that bad. But I'm hard headed. I'm hard headed, and I'm gonna take all these little back issue finds I've found in the last 8 months instead of any of my PC. I might sell a couple PC books, but I'm gonna keep most of my shit for this 181 just to prove a fucking point. You know, just to prove a point. Last year, I took all the stuff I found in some of my PC and I got like, you know, Swamp Thing, GSX, this and that. This year, it's Just the FF48 and the 181. I had a way bigger year last year. Batman 1 is one of the smartest books to buy. Um, there was a restore copy for 45K. How I picked up FF1 and Wiz 2. However, I see, you might have wanted to get that Batman 1 instead. I don't know, bro. I mean, the Wiz 2 is pretty crazy. FF1, it's a big book. It's not fucking impossible though. It's not fucking impossible. About on the level of a Hulk one. That's like my dream book right now. I just want to get the Hulk 181 because it's kind of the mid-range major key book that has been a book I don't have. Like I have almost all of them. I don't have the Moon Knight, the fucking Blade, and all that shit, but I got most of the rest of them motherfuckers, dude. I don't have a first Ghost Rider. I got Ghost Rider 1, you know. Any of the monster shit besides Swamp Thing I got. Or I don't have. But yeah, man, so the market's in a very I mean you could still make some money. You still can. I'm just not in a hurry right now cuz I feel like Hulk 181 is still a little too high for my likes, bro. Like I see what's listed. I don't know if I can buy a 181 from somebody on Instagram, maybe YouTube. If I knew somebody on YouTube close enough that sold a 181, I would enjoy that. But I think I'm gonna have to, I mean, eBay ain't no much better, but at least you do have a little coverage on eBay. And honestly, if I could, I'd go my comic shop. But if y'all look up my comic shop prices on Hulk 181, right now they have a fucking cover, just the cover for 1,500. That's my price range is 1,500. Like I heard Big B McFly say that it's at 600, and he's probably right. He's probably right. It is, but it's not listed at 600 a point because if there was a 1.5 for 900, I would have it tomorrow. If y'all find me a Hulk 181 for $900, watch how quick your boy fucking reacts, dude. So as of right now, and that's why I say, maybe I'll get an X-Men 1, maybe I'll get a Daredevil 1, maybe I'll get a Showcase 22. Because as of right now, if I'm going to go into war and I'm going to go after this motherfucker, I can't go in with 1,500. I got to go in with like 1,800. And once you got 1,800, you might as well buckle up and get 3 and just go after the fucking X-Men 1. If I can't find a decent copy for around 1,500, there's really no reason I shouldn't go after a bigger book. I don't want to spend more than 1,500 on this fucking thing. I don't. I don't think that's a good buy, bro. At 1,500, a decent copy that could grade at like a 2.0 or something like that, I'm all about it. Even a slab copy 2.0, 1.5, like a G, you know. But from what I'm seeing, bro, it's gonna be a pricey pickle, dude. And I'm not gonna go into it half cocked. I'm not gonna go into it with $700, half the money. Like I want to have all of it. So, I mean, the worst thing that could happen if I do save up enough books to where I can get to that amount, if I can't get a decent copy 181, maybe I can get a Showcase 22 or a DD1 because they're at that two range. They're at two ranges. They're not. You don't see any of that shit for around one. I mean, if you would, it would be the 181, but right now I just don't see it nowhere. And I saw Callie. I heard Callie got. Oh no, he showed me a picture of it too. Callie got a Hulk 1. Link's got a Hulk 1. That's my dream book. Straight up, Hulk 1 is the dream. I would buy that before AF-15, or I mean, I feel like X-Men is worth about half what a Hulk 1 is worth. right? So if you're going to go after Hawk 1, you should expect to spend about 7 to 8K for a 1.0. And I don't think it's a bad price because it might be the best. It's the most rare. There's less copies of that than any of the first appearances. First of all, I mean FF1's pretty close, but I think Hawk is. I see more FF1s than I see Hawk ones for sale, straight up. And you tend to notice this shit as a collector after years. Like people will tell you FF1's just as rare, then why do I see them more? You know, I don't know why. It's probably just around the same amount, but I mean, FF1 has its own lore to it. So is X-Men 1. I love my Avengers 1. It don't technically have a first appearance besides a team, but it's still like a number one. It's still got some kind of magical feeling to it, you know. I'm sure Daredevil 1 feels just as good as all of them too, but I couldn't go 30 years. I said screw it. I'm tired. 24-year library serve. I couldn't go. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. You retired. I didn't know. I don't know how old you are though. I guess you're only like 50 something. Let's see. You gotta wait till 65 or so, don't you? FF1 is the girl for me. Yeah, FF1 is a fucking beauty, bro. FF1 is a beauty. You know, the other thing that's cool about FF1 is it's like, okay, so you know how Spotlight 4 is the first Silver Age book, right? Well, kind of. Okay, so people say that Spotlight 4 is DC's first Silver Age book. Then they say FF1 is Marvel's first Silver Age book. It's also the first family of Marvel. You know, it's like the Protocentral family class or Marvel's whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but there's something magic. There's a lot of magic, and you know what else is cool about it is it's a 10-cent book, so that's cool. There's a lot of cool factors to FF1. I think FF2 is a 10-cent book too. Yeah. So I just want to have a solid enough collection to where my kids like my dad was a bad motherfucker, you know, when he gets them. Like he's starting to realize they're pretty cool, but he's still too young to really appreciate them that much. Like you don't sit there. When I was like 5 or 6, I would ask my grandpa to look at his guns, and I'd look at his gun collection like every day, once a day. Then I check out his knife collection. I was always in awe of shit like that. My kids just think, whatever. I like Minecraft, you know. So we got about another hour. I blabbered for an hour. It'd be nice to have a guest. I don't know how I would facilitate that. Uh, just send a link through Instagram. If aggressively your legend ain't doing nothing. Let's see what's on the old YouTube. So a lot of guys I know sell on whatnot. Like I'd love to go hang out and watch Discovery on whatnot. I just don't want to download this shit on my phone. Um, I know that sounds dumb. People give away shit all the time, but whatever. Oh, here's my 2K videos. You can see right there, I got 2K. Not a lot of people have 2K videos. Um, Collector Club's been lit. This isn't my phone, so it don't have all of my accounts on it. Did a stream yesterday with Bleeker, Glenn, and Who Dat. Okay. Yes, I've seen it. I responded. I feel the same way about my newest video. Is bizarrely doing well. Good. Check it out. I don't know why it's bizarrely doing well. I saw Wellbore got one of your books. I was told it was a nice book. You got that and a Aquaman Aquaman Annual, which I don't think I've ever seen. It was a cool one. It was like a red cover. All right, so aggressively relaxing 3 days ago. That's damn aggressively. 800 fucking views. Is it monetized? Looks like you did a whole long ass. G. All right. Yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. 801 views. Congrats, man. I only got a couple videos over 1,000. I had one video, it was like 250,000, but I tried to monetize it and it got copyright and I had to delete it. But it was a stream of Rampage Jones versus King Mo. It was like a pride fight or something, Bellator. I can't remember which one. but I recorded it with my phone, just like a normal ass video, and within like fucking 30 minutes or an hour, right? You're talking 25,000 views, 30,000 views. And I used to do that a lot. I would record like pay-per-views and sneak them on YouTube so people could watch them. And so I was like, shit, I'm gonna put an ad on this on my channel so I can like rake in a couple bucks. As soon as I did that, it was like, nope, copyright, fuck you. If I'd have left it alone, I would have been able to suck in all that attention. So I regret doing that, but it was kind of neat though to watch something you create get like a million. It would have got a million views by the time I deleted it, which is like I don't know 4 or 5 days. It was like 200 and some thousand, and I had another part. It was like part one, part two, and the other one was like 100,000. I still got one part up. It's got like 50,000, 50,000 views, and it's like the post talk or something. You can still find it. I found it somehow. I don't know how. I don't. There's some kind of history to it, I guess. I don't know if I did. I think I did delete it. I just wanted to see what it felt like to delete a video with 200,000 views on it. Maybe I unlisted it. I can't remember what I did. I'd have to look at my channel to figure it out. What up, K-pop? Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos. I was trying to do a joke, but nobody bites at my joke. Tonight's Four Color Fossils. Fossil Books. What channel, bro? Oh, it's called Four Color Fossils. I don't know that channel. Um, what was I talking about? I was talking about pop. Oh, I said a joke earlier. I said a joke earlier. It was um. Does anybody have a? Does anybody have any? What's the matter with you? Or no? Has anybody got any matter with you, man, or something? I said, does anybody have a matter with you, man? And I was waiting for somebody to say, what's the matter with you, man? Then I'd say, nothing's the matter with me. What's the matter with you? Get it? Nobody fell for it, though. Should I take a walk and see if this antique shop's open? I guess I will. Got nothing else to do. Time is at 5. Jack always says, matter, baby. What's the matter, baby? Oh, he probably got what I said. Oh, okay. He was the only one that liked it. So, fuck. These people probably don't want me parking in their fucking parking lot. Give a guy a break. Am I going the wrong way already? Probably. No, I don't think I am. Try this way. They ain't got nothing here, man. I wish they had like the Salvation Army or something. Only thing they got here are shoes. And I'm not in the shoe buying market right now. If I was in town, I'd be checking out them books, but I don't even know if I could look at them because that lady's probably working, so that'd probably be a waste of time too. Yeah, they used to have like little antique stores down here and shit. They just don't have nothing no more. I don't see anything. Just a gas station and a church. So Melody's dad caught Legionnaire disease. Shit looked like weed a little bit. He caught Legionnaire disease. Y'all don't know what that is. It's like a super rare, very gross virus, germ, whatever you want to call it, that gets in like water heads and filters. And the first thing we thought he might have caught it from is this: face mask required. Welcome. Is this a fucking antique shop? I don't know what this is. I can't tell if I could just walk in. What would y'all do? Would y'all just walk in? Property protected by a tag dog. What's your shit? I don't know what to do. Let's see if I can peek in here. I don't want to lean on the window. It feels fragile. They got like a desk. They got some old ass furniture. Little neon light. Do I dare? I mean, it's like an antique shop. Hi, is this like a shop? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was an antique shop. Okay, thank you. Okay. It has like a legit hole in the lock. Like I could see through the hole. It used to be an antique shop. Okay. Okay. That's some NASCAR stuff. They got like a junkyard car lot back here. I bet they had some shit at some point, but that's fine. I'm nosy, guys. That's the only way you can get anywhere is be nosy. I mean, I got a couple bucks on me. I could have bought something. All right. Well, that's the only way you learn. I'm glad someone was there. I didn't have to go looking for somebody. Girl was like playing with her nose, probably snorting fucking crack or something. This is actually where my family's from. We're not from where I live. Where I live is more of the city area, and in the 50s and 60s, Portsmouth was one of the bigger cities in Ohio. We were kind of compared to like Chicago and shit because we had the Ohio River and we had the train system. A lot of people came through Portsmouth, but my grandpa lived in a holler in Sciotaville. This is where I'm at right now, is Sciotaville. So this is technically kind of where I'm from, but I've always lived in Portsmouth, which Sciotaville is Portsmouth. It's all Portsmouth. But there's Willersburg, Sciotaville, West Side, and then there's Portsmouth, New Boston. I live in like the main part. They got cats and kittens out here. Oop. All right. Well, I learned something today. I could go to the shoe store, but I really don't want any shoes right now. I actually have a couple pair at home I need to probably find. I don't know where the fuck they're at. Link to show. It's a cool channel. Okay. I can go to my stream and check it out. No, I can't because I don't have comments because Little Shack don't have live chat. So I have to check it out later. I saw an average white band record in a box. I thought it looked odd, and I didn't buy it, but it was different than what I'm seeing now. It was like in print. So I wish I knew more about records and vinyl because they're all over the place, dude. Only thing I know to look for whenever I look in vinyl is gold record reprints. Like it ain't even gotta be gold record reprints. If there was like a Spider-Man or Batman from the '70s and shit, I would get that too. But I never see anything like that. So it is 5:05. We still got about 50 minutes. I don't ever plan on doing these because sometimes I just forget about it and try not to obsess over shit. But I should just know every Wednesday from 4 to 6, we'll be doing something out here. And usually I got enough gas where I just cruise back to town and run a couple errands. But today I already did my grocery shopping. I ordered pizza. I don't have enough money to buy comics, so I'm just gonna fucking sit here and wait, right? Lil Shack got 4 shots, got his teeth cleaned, and he's doing really good. I told him to call me if they have any problems with him, but been doing pretty good. Yeah, I walked in that place and she's sitting in the back, and I was like, "Hello, is this an antique shop?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I just walked out. But why do you have your shit set up like that? What? Take the welcome sign down. You know, like is she just picking and choosing who she wants to fuck with? I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. I guess I could have asked where another antique shop was. I'll tell you another thing, dude. I love my Corolla, bro. Like, I ran over like a bump in the road and I went up and down. I hate to think I fucked my steering up. I don't think I did, but I probably need to get my oil changed and shit like that. I got new tires on it not that long ago. But this motherfucker right here, this is part of the reason why I got rid of my Cutlass to get my Avengers 1 is because I got this car. And I was just like, well, that's it. This car is, I mean, it don't look like much. It's not like a Rolls Royce or nothing, but I've never had a dependable car. And it's pretty, like Toyota Corollas, what year is this, 2009 or something? These fuckers run forever. Like, they just do, dude. So I'm pretty happy. And cars are fucking inexpensive. I just hope nothing, knock on wood. Oh, this is tortoise. I can't really knock on that. I'll knock on my cigarette pack. Yeah, man. Everybody's living too drastic. See, I'm automatic. These bitches can't have it. I order baskets, put 'em in caskets like large fries. I organize these ugly spud guys, get 'em out of my face. Don't like the taste. I only like Idaho. Idaho potatoes. Idaho potatoes and all them hoes owe me, 'cause I'm not the one that they be growing. Don't be growing fettuccine around me. I'm the chini. Busted down the avenue. What they gonna do on this instrumental, dude? What they do? Fucking bugs. Get out of here, mosquito. Out of here, mosquito. Gotta stay organized. I should prioritize. When I prioritize, I'd like to send out 2 or 3 of those little guys. Get me a bigger guy. When I get the bigger guy, I got to multiply. Get him by a lot, not little bits. Then these motherfuckers think you're an idiot, but the shit's illiterate. When I close my eyes, I see in the future. Motherfuckers will shoot you, but I wear a shield with a unprotected wield. I wield a sword bigger than yours. You go to me and I am your lord. I break backboards because my name's Shaq. Shaq likes to break backboards. Try to make the unbreakable. Try to make the unbreakable glass and rim. I'm not the fucking average man. The average man won't break this rim. But I'm Big Shaq, so I break your rim. You name Tim. Tim ain't Duncan. You punks ain't shit. Y'all ain't nothing. Even with David Robinson, you motherfuckers need to be robbing one because you're not robbing me. I'm the original. You could call me Carmelo Anthony. Or Anthony Hardaway, what's the harder way? I park on Parkway, got my shit on Boulevard. You bitches work too hard. I gotta get mine, and I get it right. Motherfuckers keep it tight, y'all. Wrap it loose. I am the juice, Julius. I get it, Orange Julius. Ain't no excusing us, cause we like to bust. And when we like to bust, then we like to fucking cuss. And when I fucking cuss, these bitches ain't enough. In the Toyota Corolla, to be specific, can I roll ya? Rolla, a big fat slip, cause when I make my wish, I'm sure everybody thinks I'm crazy as shit. Can I just type, please? No? There we go. I just want to type a little bit. Do a rhyme with somebody in the chat. Give me something to rhyme about. Top chat. What up, LCS? I wasn't a shop. What was it? Toyotas are depend on good reputation. They are GT, dude. GT knows what's up. Why don't you got a wrench, LCS? You've been here before. Moderator. Standard. Here we go. Brian LCS. It's Brian LCS. He's passing tests. You better get on his survey and put in a vote. Put in a vote for Brian LCS. Yeah, let's see if I can do some rhymes this beat. Yeah, I like this beat. Jigga thinks he's tight. Jigga thinks he's tight, but I'm made of steel and some motherfucking type of metal that's harder than adamantium. These motherfuckers, they are just average men. When they come to Shaq, they get damaged and bandaged. These fuckers really piss me off. They can roll off and get fucked up. I don't give a fuck. They can suck my nuts, put both my balls in both of your jaws. Jay Z, you rhyme too lazy. Always cop a biggie, motherfucker. I'm smoking my ciggy in my Hummer. These motherfuckers wonder why I have to do him raw, but he's got a really soft glass jaw and he's made of Charmin. He's like a toilet paper. I don't wanna have to erase you, make you escape a bad situation. Fucking with big. And Marlboro was delicious. Year after year, little gray and beard. I had to go around this year. 2023 ain't feeling me, but I'll knock down the door in 2024. Motherfucker, I'm rolling in Explorers. I remember my girl used to have an Eddie Bauer. She used to howl in the back of that fucker. She used to say, I'd like to suck a nutter. These motherfuckers sucking nutty buddies. These fucking buddies, they're getting real nutty. I'd like to get in to my cuddy, the back four wheeler, motherfucker center. I thrill ya like Michael Jackson. I'm the winner. Eat you for dinner. I'm not a sinner. I'd like to be a saint. I'm a good dude. Y'all motherfuckers ain't. Y'all ain't got. I enjoy Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm the Hannibal. You guys are like ketchup. And I put mustard on most of my hot dogs. Motherfucker, you can sit on the back of logs. cutting down trees. These motherfuckers Siamese. In between the cheese, I put a little meat, put a little something on there, make it a little sweet, like some mayo. But I like the salad dressing. Y'all don't know, bro. That shit's delicious with a little toast. I put Kobe Jack on all of that, but the most shit I like is smoked turkey. These motherfuckers ain't even worthy. You need to stay in the line. You want to eat a sandwich like mine. My shit's fly, y'all shit's not. I don't. I don't like it when it's got the hook in there. It fucks you up. Alright. I get my comic book education. These fuckers waiting on these new books with the big titties lactating. They like waiting in a big line for the girls sing a song wearing them dirty thongs. And I ain't gotta rhyme much, but I got a timeless. I got a Timex. Keep it on the back like a fucking like a car seat. That shit ain't sweet. My kids got a Minecraft. You guys ain't got nothing to laugh about. I am a laugh about. Drag them out and beat them down. Let's see here. I got a long cigarette with a long ass on here too. These motherfuckers think they're fucking brand new. I've been around for a fucking year or two, bending corners hard way. I'm not Tim Hardaway. Put your hazards on. Put your hazards on and buckle up your belt. All that dumb shit you talk about, I felt. And I'm gonna fill you, and I'm gonna drill you with a couple milligrams, and you're gonna have to stand. When I prime so hot, Papa Willie even stands. Pops out his feet, says, "God damn, big shit, that shit was grand, like a millie. These motherfuckers silly. I pop a fucking Willie." I pop a fucking Willie again. Oh, you fucking feel me? No, I had to drilly. Put the fucking Willie. Pop a milligram. These motherfuckers gotta stand. When they stand up, gotta give a fucking hand. Give me a winning hand. Me. There's some white dude in the parking lot rhyming to himself. Someone call the law. He's in the back of a Giovanni's. Drop it like a thought. Drop it like a thought. Drop it like a thought. Is this it? I think this is it. I must have watched Comic Tom like a million times. I want to get these books. I want to stand in line. The comic book day, I'm gonna get mine. Hope I get that nude one that's really hot. If I don't get, man, I'm gonna get God. I'm gonna get a book. That's really tight. These motherfuckers saying top 10 ain't right. Put X-Men 1 in that shit, man. I'm abandoning ship so fucking quick. Let me guess. New Lobo's the best. Let me guess. New Lobo's the best. We got 90. He's the fucking best. You want to pass the test? It's 90 all day. You talk about the Dolphins and go away. You could go away talking all that Dolphin bullshit because they're going to win a championship. They got 70 points in the first game. Shit. The big sell, they're $1.89. Dude used to wear buddies all the time. Put buddies on your feet. That shit ain't neat. You get them for $1.99 in the buddy line. They make your feet feel fine, buddies. They cost $1.89, buddies. They make your feet feel fine, buddies. They cost $1.89, buddies. They make your feet feel fine, buddies. They cost $1.89, buddies. They make your feet feel fine, buddies. What you don't know about them buddies, man? Y'all don't know about them buddies. Damn. Damn. Buddies, they make your feet feel fine. Buddies, they cost $1.99. All right, man. That's enough of that. All right, one more thing before we go. One more thing, and then I'll let y'all get out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me during my 2 hour, boring as fuck, sitting in a parking lot stream. We went to an ex antique shop. So the last thing to do is we're going to price check Hawk 181. Okay? That's all I got left for y'all. Let's go look at Hawk 181 prices. Does that sound fun? Not really, because nobody wants to buy this god awful horses. I'm the only motherfucker I know looking for a Hawk 181. I'm pathetic. I'm pathetic. And y'all let me know anybody else that's sharing my pain right now, because it's so fucking dumb. It is so fucking dumb what I'm doing. This is the only book I want this year. Maybe I'll get lucky. Okay, there's one. It's at $830. Maybe auction's the way to go. Maybe when I do get a little bit of money, I'll go. There's one for $264. It's got 5 days left. There's one 3,400. Reprint, 4.5. Not my wildest dream. 3,600 for a 5.5. Nah, won't get that. 3,500, 5.5. $1,150 for a remainder copy. That's actually the best offer I've seen so far. Okay. It's a 0.5, but CBCS grades higher for remainder copies. That's a CGC. So I'm not completely against a remainder copy. If I had a remainder copy, that would be the copy I owned. I'd be happy with that. There's a 3.0 for 2,600. I would love to get the foil facsimile. There's a 4.0 for 2,900, 5K for 7.5, 2K for a 4.0 qualified. That's not good. 4K, $3,700. 4,700. 2,300 for qualified. 27, 2,650, 2,800. So you see, if there's a remainder 0.5 for $1,000, there ain't gonna be nothing in my price range. 45 for 6.5, 8.5 for 6,500, 2,500 for a 3.0. Yeah, it's very depressing looking for this book. 2,400 for a 2.0. Ugh, I'm getting dizzy just thinking about it. It's pretty annoying. There's a 1.5 for 2K. That's too much. It's about 800 too much. Y'all remember, I'm not trying to give Big B a hard time, but he said 600 a point. This is a 1.5 for 2K. That's not mathing. Not mathing. I'm looking for a Hawk 181 under 1,200 Night Tiger. 5.5 for 2,200 qualified. 3,900. I could be getting a bunch of little itty bitty bullshit right now, but I mean, it ain't itty bitty bullshit. I could be getting some great books, but I'm saving up for this fucking Hawk 181, and it's pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying because all I see, the best deal I've seen so far is 1,100 for a remainder slab 0.5 CGC. Do I agree with it being a 0.5? No. It's a complete book. All it's missing is the header. It could get possibly a 1.5 from CBCS, so I feel like it's at least a 1.0 without the header. With the whole header ripped off, it shouldn't be marked a 0.5. Just my opinion. The whole book's there. I would not be mad at having her. I would go for remainder copy under $1,000 just to get it over with. Like, I should be able to get complete fucking Hawk 181 for $1,000, but if I can get a remainder, it was pretty nice, I would do it. Just to fucking do it and have it over with. Like, I have some remainders. I have 2 keys that are remainders. I don't think any of y'all know what they are. I don't even know if y'all know I have these books, but the 2 remainder copies I have, I'll give y'all a second to guess if y'all are going to guess. Night Tiger probably wouldn't know. 90 might know one of them. All right. So the 2 remainders I have are, what number is the first Gwen Stacy? Suspense 49. 49. That would be what would that be? Like the first mock? The red suit, maybe? The first Gwen Stacy, first Harry Osborn, first, is it the first Harry Osborn, first Gwen Stacy, and there's another first. I think it's a three key. Anderson 120. No. Anderson, no. Oh, first Iron Man's 39. Still Suspense 39. You probably meant to hit that. No, the only closest thing I have to that is 41. I have Tales of Suspense 41. It's the third Iron Man, but it's a nice copy. So the Gwen Stacy first Harry Osborn, the one where it's like a spider, it's like a red spider. So the header's ripped off that. I got that from 84. He gave it to me for free. He's the best. He's the best. Yeah, 39. So I got that, and I've never upgraded. I've thought about it because I love my Spider-Man keys, but I've always just kept that, and that's it. All right. So, and then I have a first Silver Age Scarecrow. It's Attack, I think, or Batman. I can't remember. Well, the header's ripped off. How would I know? But yeah, I have two. I have that remainder and I have that remainder, and they're both pretty good keys, And I'm not mad at that. I'm pretty satisfied with fucking old Silver Scarecrow remainder and first Gwen Stacy remainder, you know. So those are the only two remainders. But I've always been open to buying remainder copies. I've never had to do it yet. NYC comic books. He's now Pixels, Panels, and Pages. AOK me the Rage Scarecrow. Thank you, Don Dada. So I've considered buying them, but luckily I haven't had to. I don't know that I've ever really tried to buy one, but I've been open to the idea. I've never had one like in my sights though. I've never been like, okay, I might get this. I've just kind of looked at them. Like there was a um Spotlight 22 with the header ripped off for like, I don't know, 700 or something. And I thought that wouldn't be bad, but that's not what I'm trying to buy right now. So if I ran across just by, I mean, for now, that's the best option I have is the fucking 181.5 CGC. It's complete. It's just a point 0.5. It's missing the header. It's a remainder. It's slabbed, and it's marked for 1100. Now I bet you someone will buy that. Someone will probably buy that just out of the fact that the closest thing to it, unless you're going to buy an auction, I bet those two books that are up for auction go for way more than that amount. They are 1/3 FMB. Later, bro. Okay. All right. See you later, Night Tiger. Damn. I mean, just the way they're priced, I don't hate remainders. I don't hate them. I mean, I think they should be probably a little cheaper, but that's just the cheapest book, and I'm not too mad at it. I'd rather be complete than, of course, I'd rather the back cover be fucked up, but I don't know. What third FMV? Well, at least you're open to it. At least you're open to buying some. I don't think that's quite 1/3. It's about half FMV considering what everything else is going for. Because anything else is 2K. Like there is no other complete 181s for us in 2K that I've seen. So it's at least half the price. It's almost 1/3 at 1100. That's about 1/3, damn near. It's probably about 50% of what they go for. That little header cost me $1,000. It's just as much as the book. Then if I could get the whole book without the header for a G, and I got to spend another G just to get that header, I think I'm good with the rest of the book for a G. But that's how my brain works. I don't mind. Now, if the whole cover's gone, if it's a coverless book, yeah, it should be way, 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 way cheaper. Now, that's another good argument is like, what's more expensive, the cover or the book? Because my comic shop has a Hulk 181 cover for 1,500, and I think there was a Hulk 1 cover for like 7 or 8 grand or some shit. You could get the rest. You just get the coverless full book for more than that. Oh, just interesting to me. The one thing that don't make it an incomplete is worth more than the book. The book ain't even the cover. The book is inside of the cover. So it's just an idea to me, man. I always felt like books are graded too low. I feel like even coverless should be able to get a 1.0 because it's the whole book. You should be able to get a whole. You should be able to get a grade for just having a complete book without the cover, in my mind. And the cover just makes it better. You know, if it's a whole cover and it's mushed to shit and it's detached, maybe a 1.5 or 2. And then if it's attached, you at least get a fucking 3. And then if it's a decent copy, you get a 4. And then from there, not just point 0.5 all the time. Like that's fucking. What's the fucking point in having mid grade? You know, like just make mid grade 1.0 if you're going to do that. Um, and then if people would start giving these books better grades, maybe we can get to a point to where pressing and cleaning and even adding ink to a book is accepted. Like until then, we can't really accept that because we're getting 0.5s for everything. So it's light moderation, it's light cleaning. They're actually putting in the grader's notes like excessive cleaning at this point. So it's kind of a touchy situation if you're cleaning books and pressing them. You could get grade bumps now. I've seen people get grader's notes on books that CGC considers. Now, isn't that hypocritical though? Because they advertise pressing and cleaning for CGC. How are you going to advertise pressing and cleaning whenever you put grader notes against them? Isn't that a conflict of interest? Like, I don't understand CGC at all. I feel like they're crooks. I could grade my own. I feel like I grade my books better than they do anyway. Like they could grade a book and I could agree with it, but at the end of the day, I don't agree with their grading techniques. Like if it's a perfect book, it shouldn't be a 9.8. It should be a fucking 10. You know, they just do that for people that want to pay extra money to get 9.9s and 10s. So fuck CGC, bro. Like who in the fuck? I mean, it works for people, but for me, it's like I can't take it serious, dude. Like when you see channels grading 100 Star Wars 1s that came out last week and shit, and like turning those books into $100 books because they were fucking 9.8s and shit. That shit's disgusting as fuck to me, bro. And I don't even want to let their grubby fingers get on my old books because I don't trust the motherfuckers, bro. I don't trust them. I feel like anything could happen. Um, I don't hate on pressers and cleaners, but honestly, man, I always think of the worst whenever I think of what could happen to my property because I've had shit happen to me, and I don't want to ship my shit out because what if someone else gets a book that looks like mine, it's a little bit better, and they switch it, or mine's a little better than their shitty copy, and they could flip it, they could switch it, people could do whatever the fuck they want, bro. And I've seen some of the best pressers and cleaners miss shit like ink on books and miss whole fucking pages and ads in them. And you know, you don't pay these people to grade your books; you pay them to press and clean them, and then they ship them out, and you get shit like restored and incomplete books, and you wonder why. It's because you're trusting someone else to do what you should do. It took me a long time to learn how to count my pages and know the difference between an incomplete and a complete book. I don't think that a lot of these guys that just jump in to pressing and cleaning even know how to count pages, bro. I'm not saying it's the hardest thing to learn, but it's not the easiest knowing when some books have ads and some don't. Straight up. some pages are numbered and some ain't. It's a pretty confusing thing. Like the first Punisher, for example. Okay. Um, I had to flip through mine a few times to make sure it was right because of the way the ads were. And ASM 20 is a tough one to count. And Silver Surfer is notorious for having problems. Seems like a lot of people get shitty copies of Silver Surfer 1. First of all, it's a great cover, and people pick it up and want to read it, and they get damaged. A lot of them are damaged. A lot of them are missing pages, spine split, all types of shit. I don't even want to count my pages to my ASM Annual 1 because I got that shit when I was so into beginning of collecting that I don't even know if I counted the pages. I'm just going to assume it's right. I spent $130 on that fucking thing. Fucking like 8 years ago, 7, 8 years, 6 or 7 years ago. So there you go. I got the facsimile, and I flipped through it, and it's glorious. Amazing Spider-Man Annual 1's got to be the greatest annual in the history of annuals, dude. Besides that one, I do like the Flash Annual 1, but my second favorite, third favorite, my three favorite annuals are GSX. I'm not even sure if it's an annual. ASM Annual 1 and Journey into Mystery Annual 1. And then Flash might be up there too, but there's other ASM annuals I like damn near as good as those. Avengers has a couple good annuals, shit like that, but yeah, those are my top three. All right, well, this has been a conversation about PCs. I got about 10 or 15 minutes. I got about 15 minutes. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll probably be back on playing Tekken tomorrow. I'll do a regular comic book stream. Hopefully, shit'll be cooled off a little bit. I don't think I'm doing anything this Friday. This is the week where everybody's doing the comics curing cancer, so I don't want to stream that night. It's not that big of a deal, but usually we do 2 weeks off, and we've been doing every week for a while, so I can't promise I ain't gonna stream, but I don't have any plans to right now. But next Friday we're definitely gonna come back with a banger. I think we're gonna be doing team ups, and I think Drac and Glenn are going to do a team up battle maybe, and we'll get someone to sign the Collector Club Championship book, and it'll be fun. As of right now, D kind of needs to sign it for his homages cover if he wants. It's up to him. I didn't sign it for Modern Age because I'm saving mine for later, and if I win again. And I think that's about it. I got a couple guests. I'm gonna be on Mons in November and Slab Hub in November. I gotta make sure those ain't the same days. I don't think they are. I hope not. No, they're not because one of them's on a Friday. Oh, that one got canceled. So yeah, it moved to December. The one with Mons in December and the Slab Hub's in November. So I don't have anything besides that I could think of coming up. So thank you to everybody to stop by. Night Tiger, 90, LCS, GT, Pop, Legend, Aggressively, Benny Blanco. I think that's it. We had about 80 comments, maybe 100. Comic Addicts came in early. And we're going to dip out of here. I'm going to watch some YouTube for the last 10 minutes. And that's how the day's going. So, any parting words for PC collectors? Yeah, man. I don't think it's a bad thing. People kind of look at me like, why do I obsess over keys and expensive books? And I think this video kind of gives a idea of my frame of mind. Is I would never, ever, ever want to sell my books and go on a fucking vacation or buy a car or some shit like that. But if my family was hungry and shit like that and starving, I would sell my books. And that's a lot of the reason why I invest and I store up these keys, is that I have a little peace of mind at the end of the day. But if you're just a collector and you're just reading and none of your books are like super valuable and shit, that's fine too. I mean, I have that shit also. I may not have as much as a lot of y'all with the Omnis and the whatever they are and the fucking, but I don't need a start to finish series. I don't need to read 100 issues in a row. Like, if I'm curious enough about something, I'll find a way to read it. So, like, most of the reprints are kind of the shit I want to read. I would love to read like a Batman 1. I don't think I've ever read a Batman 1. I've never read Action 1. I've never read Superman 1. Like, these are all books on my want to read list. But I have flipped through the other Marvel reprints. Maybe they'll reprint Golden Age someday, but like Avengers 1, First Panther, First Swamp Thing, all that shit I've read. And my favorite series is Death of Superman and Reign of Superman. And I don't give a fuck. People love Kingdom Come. People love Watchmen. I don't know what all the shit people like, but that it's a very simple series. It's pretty long. I don't know if I've read them all. Actually, I did have the thick book of the Death of Superman, and I did collect the other one. So if you get the thick one, Death of Superman little compendium thing, and it's got like the last issue on the cover, and it's got all of the issues of Doomsday coming to be Doomsday and where Superman dies. And then you get the other one that has the white bag, and it's got like the film on the front. You read that and that. Then I would say where Death of Superman ends. I used to know the issue. Oh, I do know the issue. Okay, the issue where the Reign of Superman ends is, you got to read up to this to finish it, though. So once it gets to the black suit Superman, that's the end. Like, you can keep reading and wait till he gets his powers back, but once you see the black suit Superman and he's got the guns and shit, that's pretty much the end. Like, that's Superman. But that means you still gotta read all of the Man of Steel, the Dude of Tomorrow, the Superboy. You gotta read all that stuff too. So that's pretty much my favorite series. I really enjoyed that. Dan Jurgens is a hero, and it was my favorite story before I started collecting. It's my favorite story now. I haven't read anything all these years collecting. People probably think, "Oh, that's a shame, Biggie don't know shit." Oh well. Oh fucking well. I've tried other shit, Cosmic Ghost Rider was fun, Venom was fun. I Hate Fairyland's fun, Walking Dead. Walking Dead kept me interested enough to where I bought like 100 issues, but it wasn't a complete story as good as Reign and Death. So what can you say, man? And it's not like I didn't try or give everything a chance. I Winpool's pretty fun. It just didn't have that dynamic feel. Is there any stories I feel like could be better? The first 100 Fantastic Four and ASM have always been interesting, and I've read most of the key books, and I feel like maybe the FF45 to FF54 could be the best gap of comic book story writing, but I'm still stuck with the Death and the Reign, dude. What do y'all think? Silver Surfer, Galactus, and Inhumans and the Fantastic Four all up in a mishmash. That's pretty fun. And the ASM 1 to 13 or 16, whatever the fuck, is pretty good with Lizard and Sandman. Well, yeah, Lizard, Sandman, Goblin, Craven, Mysterio. All those two little series and the Death and Reign are probably my top three. I just don't like any of this new shit. Every time I read a new series, it's bleh, boring. So that's what I got for y'all. And if you don't like expensive books, then that's cool. You don't have to. Like whatever. I don't like cheap titty books. So people like and don't like what they like. I'd buy some older romance comics. I actually do have an appreciation, but if it's a modern 2000 plus, even 90s or 80s, it's got to be like 60s or 50s for me to like kind of want to keep them. That's exactly the shit I would flip to get like an old Kirby, Kubert, Gene Colan, Gil Kane book. That's exactly the kind of shit I would sell. So to each his own. Some people love women comic books. I just don't. So um, I think if you're gonna get a woman comic, just go get first Supergirl. Now first Catwoman is probably a tougher one to get. Catwoman seems like, well, Wonder Woman is the goat, of course. But besides Wonder Woman, like Catwoman is a very tough book first appearance to get because it's the first Joker too. So I would say besides Wonder Woman, Catwoman is the goat. And luckily, I'm just not into that shit. Like if I was, I'd take the cheap route and get a first Supergirl and a first Batgirl and call it a day. But I would say if you're a real female superhero collector, Catwoman and Wonder Woman are the toughest. So that's my thoughts. And all them books with nipples and vaginas hanging out and butts in the air and shit, you won't find that shit in my PC. And you won't find the Tinian and the fucking Stephanie Hans written masculine, emasculating, cutting balls off content. You just won't see it on my PC. You're not gonna see it. So you can't expect to see Tarzan with his balls dangling in the wind, and people might think that's a little too much to handle. But I enjoy that more than big areola titty nipples and shit like that flopping around. I feel like that's just too much cuck, too much emasculation for me. And maybe I'm missing out, but I just don't give a fuck. So um, that don't mean there ain't no new books I don't like. Like I still, like I said, ASM, Venom, um, Right now I'm getting Savage Dragon, which is fun because it don't come out much, so I don't have to buy it. And Spawn, Venom, ASM, and I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else. Reprints out the ass. I'm actually getting a foil reprint. For the first time, my shop says there's an option to get foil. So as of right now, the first foil reprint I'm going to get will be Secret Wars 8, which is exciting. And then I think she said X-Men 4 might have a foil. I don't know if it was Secret Wars or X-Men 4. But I said whatever foils there are, get one of those and a regular, and I'll buy them both. So yeah, reprints are dope and seem like the most solid shit to buy. I can't find 1 in 25s. If I was going to recommend a new title, I can't get DC at my shop, so I don't usually recommend it. But if I was going to, it'd be Superman and World's Finest for those two for DC. But for Marvel, ASM has been halfway decent, key-wise, and books that are kind of cool. People are saying Ghost Rider and Wolverine are hot. I have the thank you variant, thankfully. I'm really lucky I got that. Shout out to Sector. But I don't know if I could recommend buying that shit. I would say the most consistent story-wise and importance-wise is probably Avengers. Like the Avengers stuff always seems to have stuff. Like X-Men seems like such a waste of time. Most of the hipster people that like, oh, I read comic books, they're into like the X-Men and the Hickman and the 1,000 titles, and they're like, oh, look what I know about, and you know about it, but is the shit even gonna be canon? Like I can't even trust that any of that shit's canon, bro. Like I feel like at some point X-Men's gonna get their shit together and go back to the old format and get rid of all of this Krakoa bullshit. That's just how I feel. Because I started reading a little bit of it, I was like, this shit ain't going to even matter. Like that just, I mean, there might be cliff notes later where people, oh yeah, we'll point to that, but I still hope and look forward to X-Men figuring it out and saying, this ain't what X-Men's about. Let's do regular ass X-Men instead of all this Krakoa, mutant, utopia, we are a bigger race. It's just fucking dumb. It's just really fucking dumb at this point to me. So, all right, guys, y'all listen to me bitch enough. I think y'all get the gist. Check the chat one more time. I think everybody's pretty much done. Yeah, Night Tiger dipped. He couldn't take it. He probably had something to do. I don't know. Shouts, Night Tiger. See y'all later, man. Go enjoy your day.